Hi there guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a bridal makeup look using affordable high street products that basically anyone could get their hands on. There's a couple of higher end products, but they're not high end products. So I'm just going to do my take on a traditional classic kind of bridal look, and I really hope you enjoy. So one of the key things about bridal makeup is longevity. So you want to make sure that you're picking products that are high in kind of staying power and give really good coverage to the rest of your makeup. So I'm going to start off with a primer. This is the number 7 Instant Illusions Airbrush Away Primer. So this is quite affordable, and also it's hypoallergenic, so it should be good for anybody's skin type. So I'm just going to smooth that all over my face, so that my makeup sits really nicely. And also this one gives quite a nice sort of dewy effect to the skin, which I think is really important on your wedding day, that even though your makeup's got good staying power, that it still looks like skin. You don't want to look like you're wearing a mask on your wedding day. So now that's sunk in, I'm going to go in with foundation, and I have chosen to use the L'Oreal True Match foundation just because this is a very light formula which keeps your skin looking like skin, but it also provides really good coverage, and you know, that's what you want on your wedding day. Now the foundation's all blended in nicely, just give it a little pat just to make sure. You can use a sponge if you want to do this. I just like to use my fingers just to sort of cancel out any lines where there might be brush marks or brush lines. You now want to go in with concealer for this part. I'm going to be using 2 different concealers. One is going to go underneath my eyes, and that is the Match Perfection 2-in-1 concealer and highlighter because it's got a very illuminating finish. The other concealer I'm going to use is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, just because it lasts a very long time and it provides really good coverage. I like to use my fingers just to pat this into the skin. I feel like it lasts a lot longer if I use my fingers. I think it just melts into the skin more. And then again, I'm going to use my finger to blend that in. I'm now going to powder, but I'm only going to powder in very specific places because I don't want to end up completely powdering the skin so it looks cakey. I'm just using this really small Real Technique setting brush to do that. So under the eyes. Down the nose, tip of the nose as well. Just up here in your T-zone where you might get a little bit oily, and I like to do a bit on my chin too. So for cheeks, normally I would pop bronzer on my face, but because this is a bridal look, I kind of don't want to pop any bronzer on, just because I'd rather give the sort of features back into the face using more of a skin tone blush, just because I feel like it's more natural and you've got less room to go wrong with blusher than you do with bronzer. So you want to pick a shade that's quite demure and quite subtle, but also adds enough colour that it shows up in photographs. So I've gone for Rimmel London in Pink Rose, and I've gone for Natural Collection in Peach Melba, as they're both quite natural peachy pinks. This one's much more pinky, whereas this one is much more of a dusky, sort of almost brown toned. I'm going to use the Rimmel one today. So just sort of swirl it along around the cheekbone area as well, just because that's what we're going to use to add definition and depth to our face without heavily contouring. If you feel like you've gone too heavy with the blusher, just use a big fluffy brush to sort of brush it away a little bit. I'm now going to highlight. I'm using the Balm Mary Luminizer highlighter because it's my favourite one at the moment, and it also is a really nice champagne-y colour. It's not too crazy as well, you can subtly do it, so just take a really small amount on the brush to start with and just dust it across the cheekbones. A little bit down the nose, a little bit on the cupid's bow. So you can now move on to the eyes. So for the eyes, I'm going to be using a base first, as that adds, like I said, longevity to the makeup. It'll keep your shadow on for much longer, and if you've got oily eyelids, it'll hopefully prevent it from sliding or dispersing throughout the day. So I've opted for the number 17 Wild Eyes cream shadow in Wild Nude. This one's a really nice shimmery metallic. I'm doing an affordable bridal makeup look. I'm going to use the Maybelline The Nudes palette. So on a big flat shader brush, I'm just going to take a sort of pretty champagne colour from the palette and just pack that over the lid. I want to take a fairly fluffy brush and take the palest matte shade from the palette. And you're going to use this as a transition colour in the crease, just to blend everything together and make sure it looks really natural. And then I'm going to take a clean fluffy brush just to really blend that in. I'm now going to take a smaller brush. I'm going to go back into that nude shade and I'm going to mix it with the champagne colour just to go underneath, run underneath the eyes. Okay, I'm now going to use the same brush and I'm just going to go into a dark matte brown and just go into the very outer corner just to define. And slightly into the crease, but only a tiny bit. And then go back in with the very fluffy brush and again just blend it all out. And then I'm going to take a loose pigment, which is from Kiko. It's their loose eyeshadow pigment. And just on a small brush, I'm just going to go into the inner corner with that very gently to add light and life to the eyes. In the tear duct area. Okay, now the eyes are finished, I'm going to go and do my eyebrows. So I've opted for this tutorial to use a brow pencil. I think they last so much longer than powder. They've got a really good waxy texture and you can really define and get the effect of more eyebrows with a pencil. So that's why I'm using pencil today. Obviously, you can use whatever products you're comfortable with, whether that be a powder, a pomade, a wax, whatever you feel like. Brush through. So we're almost done. I just need to finish off the eyes and do the lips. I'm going to do the lips first before I finish off the eyes. So it's important that you use a lip liner with your lipstick on your wedding day. Liner defines the shape of your lips, allows you to change the shape of your lips if you want to, and also creates a really long-lasting, secure base for your lipstick. So the colour I've gone for is Sweet Pink from the Maybelline Colorsensational line. And I'm just going to line my lips and fill them in with a pencil. One of my tips is if you smile, you can see where the line of your lips is more easily. So I've got a choice of 3 lipsticks. So one is MAC Angel, which I probably won't use just because that's a little bit more high end than the rest of the products I've used. But this is MAC Angel. So it's a really pretty, it's a frost, but it's not really that frosty. It's just a nice baby sort of ever so slightly blue toned pink. Store, I have 03 by Rimmel from the Kate Moss collection, which is a really nice option. And also I have from collection lasting colour in Vintage Rose, which is the darkest of the three. I'm going to go with the Rimmel Kate Moss one in 03. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat it onto the lips and then blend it out rather than doing a big sweep of colour. I'm just going to finish off the look by tightlining my eyes with this black eyeliner from Clinique. And then finish off with a couple of coats of mascara from No. 7 and their Dramatic Lash. Lashes. So there you have it. That is my take on a bridal look. This is what I would do if I was getting married, and this is what I would do to any of my clients that wanted a kind of traditional demure wedding day look. So yeah, I really hope you like this look, and I hope you have a go at creating it for your wedding. And yeah, if you do, tweet me or Instagram me a picture of your look to Simply Bridal Magazine, and I look forward to seeing your photos. I hope you have a wonderful wedding day. Take care.